Welcome back. In this video, we're going to investigate something called the zero product property that comes from the realization that multiplying by zero causes zero. The zero product property actually works in the reverse order. In other words, we always know that if we multiply any number by zero, we get zero out. And the same thing, if we multiply zero by any number, we get zero out. That's the forward problem. We're starting with multiplication evaluation, we multiply by zero, we get zero out. What if we worked in reverse, the inverse of that problem? What if I told you, hey, listen, suppose we multiply two numbers, we'll call them A and B together, and we get zero out. In other words, suppose that A times B equals zero. What can you guess about one of those numbers, A or B? What would you suppose? What must be true? Is it ever possible that both A and B are not zero, and when you multiply them, you get zero on the right-hand side? It cannot be the case that both numbers, A and B, neither of them are zero, and the product is zero. In other words, it must be true that if A times B equals zero, either A has to be zero or B has to be zero. That realization has a very famous name in mathematics. It's called the zero product property. If we have two numbers, A times B, and that product is equal to zero, one of those two things must be zero. Either the thing on the left, the factor on the left, A, must be zero, or the factor on the right must be zero. This is really special. Anytime we have the right-hand side of an equation equal to zero and the left-hand side written as a product, we immediately know one of the two factors in that product must be zero. That's called the zero product property. In the next video, we'll see how to use this as an inverse operation to solve algebraic equations.